Howdy ho, YouTube. Jon-Luke VGC here. Today, on this beautiful rainy Sunday, I will be playing a Kyogre MAGMAR team made by my buddy Charizard from the Pokesports Discord. It looked a little fun, and it has some really interesting Pokemon that you don't get to use a lot in the current meta, so I figured that I would use this now that the new season has started. Generally, I tend to just pick something hyper meta, usually to get the Master Ball and then start having fun, but let's just have a little fun today, see what this is like on this relaxing Sunday before I possibly do a tournament later tonight. So, of course, we have Choice Specs, Drizzle, Kyogre, really standard. Actually, let me pull up the paste for this so I can tell you guys exactly what we're looking at here. You have Choice Specs, Drizzle, Kyogre with Water Spout, Origin Pulse, Ice Beam, and Terra Blast. Pretty common. Terra Blast, even though it's Terra Water, is safe because Hydro Pump misses a lot. So that's, I think, a pretty smart addition to a Choice Spec set like this, especially since you're going to probably want to save Terra for this anyways. That also helps you get around Light Guards from Pokemon like Hitmontop, Mienshao, Samazenta, those kinds of things, and you can still get the 2x boost on your Water type attacks. And Ice Beam for coverage is always good. Then you have Regieleki, which was an absolute monster in Generation 8. So bad, in fact, that they had to debuff it this gen without debuffing Regidrago, which is so funny, but you don't really see it as much this time around. It really excelled because of Dynamax, but now it's not as good, and we have other electric types that can do the same thing, just far bulkier, things like Miraidon, obviously as we've been seeing, and Raging Bolt, which is personally one of my favorites. But I really like the set: Electro Web, Thunder, Volt Switch, Protect, Life Orb. You usually see it running either a Life Orb or a Focus Sash, Max Special Attack, Max Speed, going for broke, love it. Standard Prankster, Covert Cloak, Tornadus with Bleak Windstorm, Hurricane, which I like, Rain Dance, and Tailwind. It's Terra Dark to stop opposing Prankster Mons from taunting it and other stuff. We have the Mon that really interested me the most, Magmar, Flame Body with Eviolite, holding Overheat, Follow Me, Will-O-Wisp, and Protect. Pretty standard set. I remember when Electabuzz and Magmar first came into the game through the DLC, people were absolutely lit because they finally got access to Follow Me again, which they hadn't had since, I believe, Pokemon Stadium or Pokemon Stadium 2. Something along those lines. So it was really cool to see this Mon, and I figured it would be interesting to try it out. You don't see a ton of use from it now, which is a little upsetting. The reason is because you have to sync Terra into it when you want multi-hit moves to run in, because mostly you're going to see Rapid Strike Urshifu, which is super effective, so you have to use your Grass Terra in order to survive something like that, because losing the Pokemon isn't really worth the chance to get the burn. Remember, Flame Body doesn't guarantee the burn. It's just like a 30% chance per hit. So it's a cool Pokemon. I'm excited to try it out today, but I can see why people aren't particularly using it. Electabuzz, I think, out of the two is a little more popular, but we're getting some ground coverages now to cover against like Miraidon and other strong electric attackers, like Iron Hands you see a lot with Miraidon, so I don't know. I'm excited to see if maybe these pick up a little more in the current meta. You have very standard Citrus, Berry, Arbor Tail for Giraffe, Hyper Voice, Trick Room, and Prison Helping Hand. I have played the team matches already. I would be interested to see perhaps if this was Safety Goggles instead. I think that the Citrus Berry is good and certainly serves a purpose, but if they get Trick Room up and they have an Amoonguss, you're kind of screwed. Because your only super effective attacks into that are Torn and Magmar. If you have something like what you'll see later, which is Amoonguss plus Calyrex Ice, Tornadus is immediately going to go down to Glacial Lance. I mean, it's super effective in that Mon. It's broken. It is a broken Pokemon. So you don't really have any Amoonguss resists besides Magmar, which can Terra Grass, but then, all of a sudden, you're weak to Glacial Lance from that Cali Ice. You have Rillaboom, which is weak to the Glacial Lance from Cali Ice, and then if you Terra, A, you're weak to High Horsepower, which it commonly runs, but B, now you don't resist, you're not immune to the spores anymore. So Amoonguss plus Cali Ice is a really big problem for this team. I think maybe adding, if we wanted to fix this up a little bit, Charm, great guy. But if I were to make some slight adjustments to this team, I would give Safety Goggles to Farigiraf and probably swap Hyper Voice for Foul Play. Because I think after a +1, you can actually KO Cali Ice with a foul play from Preferred Giraffe. It can be EV'd for that. Terrifier is good because that would help you resist the Glacial Lance. I don't think there's a... Is there a typing that resists both ground and ice? I don't think so. You could do Terra Ice, but now you're weak to fighting. That would be something I'm not gonna just dispel right here. I'm just gonna say that would be the one like major change I would make to this team, which I think would actually bring it a lot more into the fray. Switch the Citrus Berry for the safety goggles and get a foul play over Hyper Voice. That would also help in Cali Shadow instances because a lot of Forage Drafts now are running Shadow Ball for Cali Shadow because you're immune to Astral Barrage, which is fantastic. So that might be something to play around with. And then super standard Rillaboom, Fake Out, Wood Hammer, Grassy Glide, High Horsepower. Totally, I think, fits very well into this. So I really like the team. I thought it was fun to use, some interesting Pokemon, but let's just go ahead and get into the battles. And I hope y'all enjoy it. Okay, so let's take a look at this. We have Incineroar, Dialga Origin, Ursaluna. So this is obviously a Trick Room team. Terra Water there. I guess I don't see why I can't... Magmar is kind of interesting because it handles the 2 grass types. I'm kind of tempted to do you and you. You. Do I want Regieleki? I don't want you. I want Rillaboom. Let's try this out. If I can get rid of the Rillaboom and or the Amoonguss, Kyogre can just come out and sweep from there. Their team is pretty hard Trick Room. And maybe I can stop them with Imprison Trick Room. I don't think this actually has... Yes, it does. It does have Imprison Trick Room. So that's kind of big. Who do they bring out? Dialga and Amoonguss. Cool. This is Citrus Berry. So this is a pretty simple Overheat and Imprison. I guess in theory you could... Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Yes, let's see. So they withdrew Dialga. Do they go for a... Yeah, let's see. They do not go for the... Does this KO? Wow, it does not. But that's fine. Who do they put to sleep? That's fine. So what I do here... You can go for the Earthquakes if you want. I don't really mind. Now that I got that damage, though, I'm happy to switch into Rillaboom. Oh, gosh. And I guess just Hyper Voice for a little damage. I just needed to get that damage onto Amoonguss. Choice Specs, Terra Water, Kyogre probably goes crazy. But now we know 3 of the 4 Pokemon, and... Okay, so does Dialga come back out? That's my question. Yes. And you're gonna Terra now. Which is fine. If they knock out Farigiraf here, this is okay. Because then I can just go... There's a little damage there. There's the Earthquake with the Telepathy. That's fine. I did absolutely nothing. What does this Rillaboom have? It does have high horsepower. So I'm a bit tempted to high horsepower at the Dialga. I really want Kyogre to come in safely. I'm a bit scared to bring it in, and they've already used up their Terra. So I think I just go for another Hyper Voice. As long as it's not Rillaboom in the back. How much does this do? That is a bulky Dialga. There's a Flash Cannon and a Facade. That's okay. If they KO for Regiroth here, this is fine. Because then I get the free swap into Kyogre. Let's see, how much does this do? A nice little chunk. What are they, Facade? Yeah. Into the Rillaboom. Does that KO? It does. This works very well in my favor. They should have gone after for Regiroth there. I'm a bit curious why they didn't. But that's fine. Because now I can just... Now that I've got damage on everything, even Amoonguss is going to struggle against this. Even if they swap into Rilla here, I think it's bad for them. And how many more turns of Grassy Terrain are there? 5 and 3. Okay, cool. So this is max speed, max special attack. I mean, no reason not to. Helping Hand. Who's coming out? Incineroar? Wait. What? Maybe they think I wasn't gonna go for the water spout because it's resisted. This is probably gonna KO this Dialga. I mean, I don't see a world where... Yeah. Helping Hand, Terral Water, Choice Specs boosted in the rain. Night-night, everybody. How much investment does this... Not very much. I was wondering if Magmar was going to KO that. Yeah, this game is done and gone, I think. That was an interesting swap for my opponent. They definitely should have let the Ursaluna... Maybe protected the Ursaluna? It's Ursaluna and Amoonguss, isn't it? Yeah. How much Amoonguss health does Amoonguss have? I mean, I definitely just Water Spout Helping Hand again. I don't think Amoonguss survives this. Yeah, that's GG's. That was definitely a play for my opponent. That was the play of all time, I would say. What they should have done there... So I got... First of all, they should have KO'd the Farigiraf to block priority, and they should have brought Rillaboom. Not bringing Rillaboom was a mistake on their part. But if I was I would have KO'd Farigiraf to stop priority blockage. I would have had for Rillaboom in the back, and then I could have started Grassy Gliding. With the Mons they had, I would have protected one of the two Pokemon on the field, brought out Incineroar. Then... Oh, but no, you still can't Fake Out because I still have Farigiraf. They should have KO'd Farigiraf instead of the Rillaboom. Then when Kyogre comes out, you protect and let one of the other Pokemon go down. Then you can bring out Incin, and all of a sudden now you have Fake Out pressure. So what am I supposed to do? Well, I'd have to swap out Kyogre into Magmar. I do have Rain, so a Flare Blitz isn't going to do much against my Rillaboom, but perhaps they're holding, like, Will-O-Wisp is really popular on Incin right now. So they could Will-O-Wisp my Rillaboom. So that would have been a good play by them if they had that. If not, they could have knocked off something. So maybe knocked off Magmar's Eviolite, because they can't get burned since they're a fire type, or even knocked off my... What do I even have? Probably an Assault Vest. You guys are right in front of my Pokeface. Well, not mine, Chwar's, but... Yeah. It was a tough match for them, but I definitely was switching in that. Incineroar was the wrong play, I think. So, let's try another one. Alright, well, we got an Ice Horse, which isn't my favorite thing in the world. We also have a Malamar, a Bruxish, an Amoonguss, an Urshifu, a Smeargle, and a Cali Ice. So I can block priority with Fake Out. My worry is that that's Choice Scarf Ursh. This is definitely a Trick Room team. I wonder if there's like contrary superpower strats with the Malamar and the Cali Ice. I don't know if it learns that. Okay. Actually, I think I want to lead you two. Because then we can... I want you in the back. Do I want to bring Magmar here? Not? Well, yeah, maybe actually kind of for the Will-O-Wisp. They don't have a way to block priority. Yeah, they do. They have Bruxish. I'm staring it in the face. Let's try this. I didn't get to bring Regieleki last time, so I'm interested to see what it can do here. Regieleki was really big in Gen 8 because it really excelled with Dynamax. Now that Dynamax is gone, it's not doing poorly, but it's not doing super well either. So who do we have? We have Smeargle and we have Cali Ice. That's fine. That's cool. I mean, do you? You probably follow me here, don't you? That's fine. And Spore. I mean, I can fake you out. You can't really punish. And let's Volt Switch. You can't really punish the fake out. If you bring in Bruxish... Oh, wow, you have the faster fake out. Is that Scarf? Yes! Whoa! That's insane! Scarf? Scarf? Okay. Well, I bring out Magmar here. If you high horsepower, okay. Trick Room. There it is. Who's coming in? Bruxish? Well, that really puts me on a back foot. Amoonguss. Okay. Oof. That's not what I wanted to see. So... Oh gosh. I think I'm swapping... Does Regieleki have anything? No. Swapping Kyogre for the Glacial Lance. Oh, Will-O-Wisp. Terragrass Will-O-Wisp. I think I can survive one non-boosted Glacial Lance. If I can get this Will-O-Wisp off, that would be swell. Let's see what happens here. Okay, so they're not going to Terra. If they go for a Spore into the Rillaboom slot, they're a real one. I mean, seriously, that would be such a good read. I mean, I guess it's Terra Fire is pretty common, so it doesn't affect me. Am I slower? I doubt it. I doubt I'm slower than this Calyrex. Yeah, there's the Glacial Lance. I should survive. I'm Eviolite. Yeah. Okay, get this Willow off. Yes! Cool. Okay. Woo! You're kidding me. You are kidding me. Okay, well, time to go for broke here. Origin Pulse. in the rain. Follow me. Yep, there's that. That's good. They're probably going to go for Glacier Lance again. Yeah, so I should survive. Okay, there's Magmar down. Lumberry. Lumberry. My opponent is cooking. Okay, Origin Pulse. I need you to hit both. I really need you to hit both. Oh, that's huge. How much does this do? Okay. Okay. So, now I go Rilla. How many more turns of Trick Room are there? 2. Oof. Okay, well, they Origin Pulse again. I don't get KO'd by another Glacial Lance. They are +1. And I always fake out the Amoonguss. They have Bruxish in the back. GG's on me. But again, I need to hit both. Hopefully they didn't bring Bruxish. That's fine, that's fine. Good play on their part, good play on their part. Double Protect. That... Okay. Okay. I'm still in this. I'm still in this. Because we've got 1 turn of Trick Room left. And they can't double Trick Room. So what I need to do... Oof, do I give up really here? It's really important. Kyogre is super important. A +1 Glacial Lance is going to do it to me though, so I definitely bring you in. Who can they have left? Bruxish, Malamar, or Urshifu? I'm gonna Grassy Glide and hope for a crit, I guess. This is one heck of a battle, that's for sure. Lumberry. What you got going here? Terra Water? Oh, no! No! That's not what I wanted! Wait, Lumberry and Terra Fire is a little silly. Okay. But they definitely protect and Spore next turn, right? I think I've lost this one. I'm not much a fan of the horse. Well, there's +3. Okay, who's possibly left? There's no way. I would need... Okay. Is there a way to win this? If it's Malamar. So, yes. Gosh, though. An Ice Beam? I don't think so, dude. What do I do? I go for Origin Pulse, I guess, and hope they throw. Yeah. What? Do I have 1 turn of rain left? Yes. I guess I understand. They should swap. and Spore. Okay. So if they Spore here... Yeah. Okay. So who comes in next? If it's Ursh, they just close combat, right? I only really get punished if it's... They only get really punished if it's Bruxish? No, it's Ursh. Oh, and it's a Dursh. Okay. GG's! That's game over for that one. The Ice Horse is hard. Oh well. Let's do a third one. Let's see how that fares. I will... I guess see y'all in a sec. Okay. So we have... Mewtwo, Luxray... The normal fire type one... I mean, doesn't Kyogre just delete this team? No wide guard, no fake out, from what I can see. I mean, I think I just go you. No, not you. Gosh. You for terrain control and you. Top priority. Yeah, Kyogre just kind of goes crazy here, I think. Also, yeah, Twar. I don't like the Ice Horse. I'll have to reflect back on that game, see how I could have done that better. Scarf Smeargle, though. Wasn't expecting that one. This is interesting because somebody told me about a Scarf Smeargle earlier, and I wasn't anticipating to immediately see it. It's okay. I'm so used to, you know, Focus Sash. But that's okay. I think we can end this pretty quick. Luxray's interesting. Some of these mons I don't remember a whole lot about. The scary thing that they lead will be Chen Pao because of Sucker Punch, but they do not. Which makes me believe that that is... I don't really want to waste my Terra here. I kind of just want to Tailwind Water Spout. Using my Terra here would be crazy. I think. If I was a defensive Terra, maybe. So you do get Fake Out. But I'm Covert Cloak. Delete. If that's not Scarf, then it's Choice Band, probably. I remember that was pretty common back in Reggae. Man, I wish Meowscarada was still viable. I love Meowscarada. I think it's such a cool Pokemon. It's definitely my favorite starter from Gen 9, and it's not even close. I also just really like cats. I have a cat. She's a wonderful little woman whom I have to give an inhaler twice a week. Oh, well. Chen Pao, Mewtwo? There is no reason I do not Bleak Windstorm, Terra Water, Water Spout. Is this going to be a 2-turn game? Yes, it is. That is a good game to end on. Short and sweet and to the point. So, yeah, Twar, I think this is a fun team. I remember when Magmar first came into the game, and everybody was so lit that you could finally use Follow Me on it. And now it's got some niche uses. I mean, Wolfie made a video with it once. There's some teams with it. I definitely think as we get more physical attackers back in the meta, the chance to burn plus Follow Me becomes insanely useful. I'd have to see how often we're seeing things like Multi-Strike Urshifu, Rapid Strike Urshifu, and stuff like that. But I would love to... Let me take a look. I definitely think it has a possibility. Maybe something like Electabuzz is a little more useful right now with Baridon. Terra Grass is certainly good. Terra Ground would be really niche. And you see Miraidon a lot on ladder. You didn't see it at all in this video, thankfully. But you see it a lot on ladder, but I wonder how much... It's not really seeing a lot of tournament use. That's still the Callies. So... all I'm saying is the Callies can get 100% accurate 120 base power spread moves. So should Groudon and Kyogre. That's all I'm saying. Okay, that's my rant for the day. I hope everybody has a great day. Happy Sunday. I'm going to try to get this posted out today, sometime early this weekend, but sometime early this afternoon. But I hope you all have a wonderful time. I'll see you all in a couple days. And remember, as Twan says, don't forget to like and subscribe. Y'all have a good one.